everybody, and welcome back to Groove Code, and welcome back to the 15th video of my Python advanced tutorial series. In today's video, we're going to be learning about logging in Python. So logging is basically a Python module. I'm saying the basics because in this video I'll not go too fast or not go too slow. It'll be easy for you to understand. So Python has its own logging module. It does come installed by default, so which means you don't have to pip install manually. And also make sure you must have Python installed on your computer. If you don't, the download link is in the description. And if you don't have a computer, perhaps you have a phone or tablet, go check the description. There'll be some download links. And now let's get right into it. So I'm using Sublime Text as my editor, but then you can use any code editor you want. But then you can also use IDOP because it will support logging as well. Now logging is a Python module. It is used to track events in your code. So here there are some log levels in Python. So we have noted, it has a 0 numeric value. We have debug, which has a 10 numeric value. We have info, which is 20, warning is 30, and error, which is 40, and critical is 50. And critical is a serious error in your Python script, which means a critical error will cause your Python script not to run anymore. So those are the numeric log level values. So let's go back to our script and now let's start using it. And now we just want to import logging. So you have to import logging. And now we're going to start with a basic example. In order for this, we just want to start looking at the basic configs, errors, debugs, infos, error, criticals, and all that jazz. And now let's just start. Let's call logging.basic config. This is a configuration function, or this is mainly for configurations, which is for levels and all that jazz. And I'll say level equals, and let's say we're gonna say logging info in all caps. And now we just want to say logging.debug. Let's say this is a debug message. So if you run that, it doesn't do anything at the moment. And now we just want to copy this. So instead of I don't just want to bore you just watching me type, so I'm just going to copy this. Oh, sorry, I have to copy it. See, instead, I'm just going to change this to info. Let's just move this to say this is some info. And we can just say, oh, I spelled wrong. My bad. I'm a silly Billy. And here we just want to say warning. And we just want to say this is a warning message. And here we just want to change this to something like error as a. Instead, we just want to say this is an error message, and here we just want to add some. I just want to use critical, which is a critical error message, and we're going to say this is a critical error message. So if we run that, we get this output. So we say info. This is some info. And here the warning, this is a warning, and this is an error, and this is critical, and this is a critical message, which is a critical error. So this is just a basic example. So let's go on to the next example, where we'll be logging to files. So we can remove this, and now we just want to say logging.basic config, basic config. Let's see the file name, which is our log file. So I've created a separate log file, but then you need to create this file. Otherwise, if you don't create this file, Python won't recognize the file. So make sure you're in the same directory as your log file where your Python script. So in my case, I've called this tutorial 15, and I'm in the Python advanced directory where my channel name is. And also, if you're new here and you want to know how to code, start now by subscribing right now, because I make lots of Python programming tutorials and other computer stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, subscribe right now and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any new helpful, easy to Python and easy to follow Python tutorial videos. So, and now we just want to say app.log, which is our log file. And we also want to open it in a file mode, so which I guess file mode, and we're going to open a W. And W is the write mode, which means it's just going to write to the file. And then we just want to say level equals the logging, the debug in all caps. And then we just want to add a format, so call this format equals, let's say, this percentage sign, let's say, here we just want to say name, let's say name. So here we want to add s and hyphen. We just want to say the level name, add s at the end. Let's say the message s. Alright, and now here we just want to say logging info and say this will be logged to a file. Alright, so if we run that and we check our file, of course nothing has happened, but then that's how you can log into a file. Okay, now it's time to get on the next example where we'll be customizing a log format. So let's remove this block of code here. We're going to leave the import logging. Now we just want to say logging dot basic config, and we just say the file name. Sorry, it has to be format, my bad. And we just want to say we just want to add bracket, say ask time. Outside we want to add s, say level name, add s at the end, dash, and we just want to say percentage message, and now we just want to say, and here we just want to add a date format, so type in date fmt, which is short for date format, and we're going to say we'll add a hashtag, we'll add y m dash d dash, and here we just want to say sorry, I meant not to put a dash, I'm a silly Billy, and I'll just say h m, and here we just want to add s. Okay, so that's the date format, and now we just want to say level, which would be the logging info, so type in logging info in all caps, and I'll just say logging.info and say this log entry will have a custom format. And now let's run that. We get this date format, which means the time now, which is 2:36, and we get this date format, which is 14 August. Let's remove that, and now let's start on the logging exceptions. So logging exceptions. So now let's remove this, and we just want to say logging, and say basic config, and we say level equals logging dot error, which will just show us an error message. And now we just want to call try. We want to use a try block, and we just want to try to divide 1 by 0. Otherwise, if something goes wrong, we just want to accept which we are handling our error or logging into the error, and say 0 division error as e, which is what making an e, and we can just say logging or error. And we just want to say exception occurred, and here we just want to say x info, just short for execute info, I believe that. And now we just want to try to run our function. We say we get this error, but then that is how, yeah, that's how it is. And now let's remove this. And now let's start on going to logger objects. So we should, so in logger objects, we're going to use kind of objects and all that jazz. So let's remove that. And we just want to say logger, which is our variable logger, equals logging.get logger. We just want to get our logger, and we can call this something mylog, like something mylogger, but you can name your logger whatever you want. I will say logger.set level, and here we just want to say this would be logging.debug, and here we just want to say console handler equals logging.stream handler, which will just handle the stream. And we just want to say file handler equals logging.file handler, which will just handle the file. And we can just call it like app.log, which in my case is app.log. And then we just want to add a formatter, so say formatter equals logging.formatter, which is the formatter. And here we just want to use the same ways with the percentage signs. I say as time, you add s dash, say name at s dash the level name, so type in the level name s dash, say the message, and we'll add s. Okay, so now let's continue with the formatter. And now we just want to say console handler dot set formatter. It's just going to set our formatter, and then we just want to call our formatter variable. And then we just want to say file handler dot set formatter, and we're calling our formatter again. And here we just want to say logging dot debug. Let's say this is a debug message. So let's just copy this, and I'm just going to paste it so I should not just bore you just watching me type. Just gonna paste this. Alright, and now just set, so let's just change this to something like info, and let's say this is some info. We just want to have a warning message, say warning. Say this is a warning message, was have an error. Say this is an error message, and otherwise we just want to have a critical one, so type in critical, and here we just want to say this is a critical message. So if we run that, we get our messages, which will have the warning, the error, the critical, because somehow the info and debug messages are not showing up for some reason. And now let's get on to the rotating log files, which is the final section of this video. So let's remove this and we'll get on to the rotating log files. And now we just want to import from logging handlers. So say from logging.handlers import rotating file handler, we should just import the rotating file handler to handle the files. And I'll just want to create a variable called handler equals let's say rotating file handler, and we just want to say app.log, let's say the maximum bytes, and we just want to say there's something like 2000, and we just want to say backup the count, and we just want to set it something like 5. I'll say logger equals logging.get logger, and we're just telling logging to get the logger, and we just want to say rotating logger and we just want to say logger dot set level, and just will set the level and say logging dot info. Now we just want to say logger dot add handler, and we just want this to be the handler. And now we want to use a for loop. So say for I in range, I want to put something like 100, and that will just say, and now here we just want to say logger info, and we just want to say this is a log message. You just want to add a hashtag, add a percentage sign with D, and here we just want to call the modulus by I. Alright, so if we run that, of course it has done nothing, but that's how we use logging in Python. So guys, this is the final video of my Python advanced tutorial series. So guys, thanks for watching. Before I end this video, leave a like if you appreciate it. It does really help me out, and subscribe right now so you don't miss out on any new future videos. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on any new future videos. So if you have any questions about Python programming, or you're stuck on any part of the video, leave a comment. I always get back to you. That's all from me today. Cheers and goodbye.